And there is one more game creator teasing us some information, namely Masahiro Sakurai talking about Super Smash Bros.
Of course.
Yeah, the internet's been going crazy about that.
First
off, there has been one interesting news bit that happened before this, which has raised several eyebrows. Nintendo have announced that while Sakurai is still the head of the project, another company has stepped in to help make the game. More specifically, the company is Namco Bandai.
So, Gundam?
Well, not just Gundam. Don't forget Namco Bandai. They're the company that also makes the Tekken series, so they have experience in fighting games, and also the Tales of series, which has got me excited.
Ah, yeah. Tales of characters in Smash Bros.
That would be awesome, and it would be my dream of a crossover between Tales of and Donkey Kong to reality, at least one step closer.
King K. Rool versus Deos.
That would be awesome. And he was on a Nintendo system, but...
This is true. At least it wouldn't be as far-fetched as Sonic and Snake.
Yeah, that is also true. Although, before anyone starts going mad and suggesting Namco characters, such as, say, Klonoa, could be in Smash Bros., Sakurai has been teasing with a few things, and one of them is this interesting bit. Basically, he says that the Wii U version of Smash Bros. Will see a change in direction, and he starts talking about the characters, and I quote, "It isn't a matter of, if the next game has 50 characters, that'll be enough. There's a certain charm to games that have large casts of playable characters, but they tend to have issues with game balance, and it becomes difficult to fine-tune each character to make them all feel distinctive." So, long story short, he's basically planning to keep the roster the same size as Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
But is switching characters out, by the sound of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way they could go. That is, if they're adding new characters. For all we know, they could just stick with the characters they have now, which I do admit would be an odd move, considering that one of the things that makes buying a Smash Bros. Game worth it is seeing which new characters get in.
Oh, I already know what they would probably do for Fire Emblem, because 9 and 10 are old news, so I could see them almost inevitably switching out Ike for Chrome from Fire Emblem 13.
Most likely, yeah, although I would rather have them swap out Marth, but then again, he's way too popular in Japan for that to happen, so...
Yeah, and besides, he doesn't really have a good replacement. Unless you go really obscure and get Erica.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the problem is he couldn't really get anyone, because in Japan he's like a very nostalgic character because he's been there since the very beginning, so that's completely out of the question. Although now that he's been in an English game and will be in another English game with Fire Emblem Awakening, can we please get him an English voice actor? You're not being traditional, you're being lazy.
Yeah, it's especially clear whenever they got Ike's English voice actor.
I mean, yeah.
I'd probably end up getting Chrome's too, because he's gonna have one.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, and just before anyone butts in, yes, I do have issues with the English voice they got for Lyn, but that does not mean I want them to stop getting English voice actors in. It just looks silly.
You know, that's actually a point. What I'd really like to see from this is Ike switched out for Chrome, because Ike has never really been the most interesting character in the world to me. And Marth switched out for Lyn with a decent voice actor.
That will never happen. Although, there's one possibility I can think of, one workaround they could do. This is just one idea I thought of how I would do it if I was making the game. I doubt it will happen, but because they have the Wii U with a touchscreen, it's possible that they could introduce some kind of tag moves, because... Okay, just to bring another game into the example, Jump Ultimate Stars, which was basically a fighting game for the DS that had, like, all the characters they've shown in fighting each other. So you had all the characters from Rurouni Kenshin, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, etc, etc, etc. And for series like Busa Rankin, which they basically only had one representative for, because One Piece and Dragon Ball Z basically hogged the entire roster. No, I'm not bitter, shut up.
Oh, it's One Piece. You're allowed to be as bitter as you want, man.
But yeah, what they do, like with Kasky from Buso Rankin, is that they would have special moves which would basically tag in another character from that series. Like one special move of his would tag in Tokiko to use the Valkyrie skirt, and another would tag in Papillon to use Near Death Happiness. So it's possible that they could introduce like a tag move where each character has like a supporting cast member that you could just tap in to use a special move every once in a while.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, so, like, just to go back to Fire Emblem again, like, with Ike, you could have, like, maybe a key character from his series, like Elysia, Soren, and I would suggest the Black Knight, but that's the last person Ike would team up with.
Yeah, last person ever, even after the reveal.
And Donkey Kong, you could also get Dixie, Funky, and maybe Cranky as well.
You know, if they went for the modern take, that would actually be really... Actually, if they went for either take, that would be really amusing if you could tag Funky in. And what he does would either be giant bazooka to the face, or literally driving a plane into him.
Yeah, that would be awesome, but that would be one good workaround for it, and it would also kind of give the whole assist trophy concept a little more of a point, because on some old 4 brief cameos by characters, the assist trophies were practically useless most of the time.
Yeah.
So that would be one way to get all the characters people were requested in without having to cut out any of the characters that are previously established. But again, this is just an idea of mine. I don't know if that's what Nintendo are going for. Most likely, Sakurai will be a douche and just dump out a load of characters we like and shove in a load of new guys, but that's...
Yeah. But, you know, I'll be vaguely satisfied if they just swap out the Fire Emblem roster a little bit. Because, again, I never really found Ike interesting in the first place, so Chrome would be a very welcome addition. Especially since he has a much more intriguing character design.
Also, in terms of roster, I would like some of the Star Fox characters limited, because I like Falco and everything, but when he's doing more or less the same thing as Fox, there's not that much point in him being there. The only other tea Sakamoto is given regarding characters is a drawing on a whiteboard that existed in the office, and I'm just sent an image to Sven.
He's just sent the image to Sven.
Yeah, it's basically a bunch of characters leaping towards what looks like a heart container, but there's no way to tell if this is like a prototype cover design, characters that are confirmed to return, or just a random drawing Sakurai did when he was bored. But if it is character confirmation, then we've got Mario, Donkey Kong, Pit, Pikachu, Link, Wario, the Sandbag for some reason, Kirby, Meta Knight, Luigi, Zero Suit Samus, Game & Watch. Why? Marth looking slightly more flamboyant than usual, one of the Pikmin, Fox, and for some reason Mr. Saturn.
I'm guessing Sandbag and Mr. Saturn are just there for, they're just there as extras.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But if this is character confirmation, that's still a very tiny roster, so there's things to work with.
Yeah, that's true. Also, on another vague note, when he says take it in a new direction, I'm kind of interested if he plans to do that for the gameplay as well, whether there's going to be a big shake-up to the franchise, which would be interesting considering that the last shake-up Brawl really did, apart from the new characters, was basically getting rid of the wave dashing, and whilst we rejoiced, many people cried.
And the people who cried I could not give two fewer shits about.
Oh, no. We drink up their tears. Anyway.
Yes, we drink them in delicious alcoholic fruit cocktails when we drown our sorrows at Namco. The hell did that even come from, anyway?
Now it's a mystery no one will ever know. So, but, yeah. Either way, it's all a moot point because we don't know anything beyond that, and it looks like Sakurai's going to continue teasing this for the time being.
Yeah, until the time it comes up, then I'll just look forward to the changes they make.
Mm-hmm.
Not look forward to the tier list, but I will look forward to the changes.
Indeed. There was also one amusing moment where Namco released a website with a bunch of obscure images that said, new game to be announced in 3 days, and everyone got excited because they thought, oh, this is the Smash Bros. Website, and it turned out to be a website for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure of all things. Oh dear. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up the news section, and this wraps up this month's Monkey Broadcast. If you have anything you'd like to say about anything we've discussed, then feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. That's what it's there for. And you can also head over to http://monkey.tumblr.com Tumblr without an E for some reason. In order to check out for updates about when we're going to record the next Monkey broadcast, and also the ask button to make it easier to post comments. But for now, we must sign off. So, that was me, the Jelly Monkey.
And me, Sven the Crusader. Outro here.
That was Monkey Broadcast, a monthly review discussion show hosted by the Jonin Monkey and Sven the Crusader. If you feel that you've been the subject of slander or that your copyright has been misused, please PM me and I'll try and get round to fixing it as soon as possible. We also welcome any comments, be it feedback or your own viewpoints on any of the things we've discussed. Until next month, have fun kids!